Hey, and welcome back to Home Reviews. Today, I am so excited to be opening up this new espresso machine. This is by Ultima Cosa. I'll put the link below the video if you want to go check it out. But look at this thing. It has its own little grinder on top, so you know you are getting fresh espresso. So what I'm going to do is go ahead and get my cats out of the way. We're going to take this out of the box, check it out and see all the features of it, and see what I can do and make us a fresh cup of espresso. Now, as I'm unpacking this is really nice. So the inside flap here, the box, it tells you what's included. And you have your Ultima Cosa, the Presto Bollentee espresso maker, I think is how you say it. And it comes with a milk jug, a portafilter, your espresso tamper, the filter baskets, there's two different sizes. And then you're also getting a barista book, a user manual, and a quick start guide. And then you can scan this QR code to learn more about it. Let's go ahead and look at this. Here's all your manuals, the user guides, your accessories. I'm gonna go ahead and take all this out, unwrap it, and see what we got. So we got everything unpacked, and honestly guys, this is one of the most well-built espresso machines I've used. And even the accessories you get, like this tamper, it is super solid. It's actually quite heavy. And then you have your little milk jug here, and it also has your measurements on the inside of it, which is great. You have a really heavy-duty portafilter here. And then you have your hopper for your beans that you can attach up here. We're going to do that in just a second. I got some fresh espresso beans we're going to grind up, but you don't have to do that. You can buy beans that are already ground up and just go ahead and put them in here, and then you can put them up underneath and pull this all the way over till it's tight. We're gonna do that here in a second when we make our cup. And then you can even froth some milk, and it also has a setting over here where you can get hot water if you wanna do that too. But another thing that I love about this company is they have a sticker here that says, "Unlock the full potential. Please watch all the tutorial videos and read the quick start guide before use." So you can scan this QR code to watch all those videos. You'll also be able to see the pressure range as it is making your espresso for you, and they have their contact information right here. And then down below, underneath here, this is where your excess kind of goes to if it drips off, and you can take this off to clean it. And then down here you have a tray that also comes out to make it easy to clean. So you just take that over to your sink and rinse it out. And then back here, there's a little compartment that has a few cleaning tools to help you to maintain your machine. On the back side of it here, you have your water compartment. You need to take this, rinse it out, clean it good. And then up underneath on the bottom of it, there is a plug. So let me just go ahead and show you. You want to make sure you remove that red plug, otherwise your water is not going to come out. I'm also very impressed with the user manuals. So they have a quick start guide here, which is great, but the user manual covers everything you need to know about this and troubleshooting, and everything is step by step. So I highly recommend before you jump in and using your espresso machine, you go through this manual, make sure you get it set up properly, cleansed properly, and ready to go before the first time use. And you also learn how to maintain it and clean it. So I'm gonna go ahead and get these stickers removed. We're gonna go ahead and put some espresso beans here in our hopper. We're gonna fill the tank up with water, get it all set up, and then make us a cup of espresso. I think we're all set up. I just plugged it up. You can see the power light came on here. This is our hopper. I got my beans in it. I didn't fill it all the way up because I don't like to keep beans in here for very long because they don't stay very fresh. I like to keep them in the bag. But what you want to do is you'll notice that there is a lock and unlock one here. And then there's also coarse and fine, depending on how you want to grind up your espresso. And I will tell you, and you'll see this in the manual too, that to have a really good cup of espresso, you need it to be ground up almost like the consistency of what salt is. That way the water flows through it just right to capture everything. So what we're going to do is on the front here where the lock and unlock is, that's what lines up with this right here. So we'll go ahead and stick it down in here, and then we're going to turn it. And we're going to turn it right about 10. And here in the quick start guide, you can see here mastering the perfect coffee grind. Right around between the 15 to 8 zone is where they recommend, but depending on your coffee, it may be a little bit different, so you may have to adjust it. Now, if we look on down here, you're going to see where you have buttons for grinding, where you can grind for 1 cup or 2. And then when it actually makes the coffee, you can also choose between 1 and 2 cups. And then you have a menu button here, and the menu button is to help you do some extra things, such as maybe you need to adjust how long this grinder stays on. The default, I think, is around 9 to 12 seconds, but you can change that. And also the temperature of the water, you can change that too. All that's in the manual, and how you can do it using the menu button. You also have 2 indicators down here, so if it's cleaning or descaling, or if it's steaming or hot water, this will be active. And when this is active, these other buttons will not be active because you can't use them both at the same time. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and set this. I'm going to go ahead and just do it right about on 10. And then down here we have our porta filter. And then you also have some other filters they give you, and they give you a couple of them here that are 2 different sizes. One for 1 cup that says dual wall on it, and then you have another one that is also dual wall for 2 cups. And these are, if you buy coffee grounds, you'll want to use these. But since we're grinding our own, we're going to use the ones here they already give us. So what I'm going to do is just take this and set it right up underneath here, like that. And then we're going to go ahead and turn the power on. And then what we're going to do is grind us some coffee, and I want 2, so we're going to go ahead and just press on 2. Okay, says it's done, so we're going to shake this just a little bit to level it out. Take it out. That looks really good. Look at that. And then this is where we're going to use our tamper, and hopefully I can do this with one hand without spilling it. This tamper is pretty heavy, so you really don't have to shove down much, but you want to make sure that you do press it down slightly to give it this flat. Like that. And I could probably put a little more in there, but you see the max line, so it really wouldn't hold too much more. So we're going to leave it just like this. And then what you want to do is you're going to move it over on this side, and you're going to put it in here and then turn it. Now this turns really tight, and it has to because there's so much pressure in this. So what we're going to do is I'm going to have to hold this with one hand and really pull on that, and then you can see this kind of straightened up. Now also, all these lights came on, so it is warmed up now. So we can go ahead and do our coffee. So I have a cup here. I don't have any actual espresso like shot cups or anything. It would be really nice if they would send those with the machines, but I'm just going to use a regular cup here. And we're going to do 2, and let's go ahead and do that. There it goes. Now that we have that done, we could drink this just the way it is, which I'm sure is amazing. And it is very good, very strong, because I like to buy the dark espresso, so it's going to be a little bit stronger anyways. Next, we're going to froth some milk that we put in here, and this is actually coconut creamer that I put in here, and that's what I like in my coffee. So we're going to go ahead and do that. So what we're going to do first is on this knob here, you can see that this is off, and then you have it over here where you can turn it to steam. And then over here on the other side is for hot water. So what we're going to do is we're going to turn it on steam, and I'm going to put a cup under it for a second because sometimes it sprays out a little bit of water. And then we're also going to let it to warm up. So we're going to turn that on. We're going to give it a few seconds here. You can see this light comes on just to let you know that the steam or hot water is active. Okay, you can see it spit out just a little bit of water. Wait until it's only steam. Okay, I'm going to turn it off, move this out of the way, and then move our creamer over here and instantly turn it back on and start frothing it. Okay, it started bubbling up fast, so I had to turn it off really quick. And then what I'd recommend too is just getting a wet rag, a warm wet rag, and then wiping that off just to clean it. We're going to take this, and then we're going to take our creamer, and pour it in there just like that. And honestly, guys, I would take this espresso any day over going to a local shop and getting it. It is just that good. And depending on the quality of your beans that you use, if you grind them right to the consistency, and then of course, the type of creamer or the milk or flavoring that you use, all that's going to have a huge impact on the final taste of your espresso. This is by far the best espresso machine that I have ever used, and this is going on my island, and that is where it is going to stay for a very long time. If you guys are interested in picking up an espresso machine like this for your home, or even for when friends and family come over, because this is a great piece to have setting out to be able to make espressos with, give you that extra boost of caffeine you need at late in the evening when everybody's out playing games or doing whatever you do. I highly recommend this, guys. I'll put the link below the video if you want to go check out this exact model that I'm using. You will not be disappointed with it. That's it for this video. Have a great day.